Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to discuss about topological spaces. So first of all we will learn what is a topological space. Okay, so if we suppose that X is any non-empty set and ta is any collection of subsets of X, then ta is called topology. This ta is called topology on X if the following axioms are satisfied. Here we are taking non-empty set. If we take empty set, then its subset would also be empty. Set satisfy and it will be useless. That is why we are taking non-empty set. Okay, and this star collection of subsets of X, it may be all the subset of X. It may that is power set may contain only two subsets of X, that is phi and X. It may contain some specific number of subsets of X, okay, but the condition is that ta must satisfy the following axiom. So first of all we will see the first axiom. First axiom says that if phi and X are in ta, that is this ta collection of subsets of X must contain phi and X. Okay, next axiom is that the union of elements of any subcollection of ta must be in ta. That is, if we take union of any subcollection, it must be in ta. Like if I take union of two subsets, then this union must be contained in ta. Okay, it I have taken union of two subsets. It can be any subcollection of ta. Okay. Next, third axiom says that the intersection of elements of finite subcollection. Here we are taking finite subcollection of ta should be in ta. Okay. If we take finite subcollection, then like if I am taking two subsets and their intersection must be contained in ta. Okay. In next example, I will discuss why we are taking finite subcollection, why we are not taking any subcollection like as we have taken in the second example. Okay. As all of the three axioms are, if all of three axioms are satisfied, then we will say that ta is topology, and ta together with X, we say it together with X called topological space, and we denote it by X of ta. Okay. And the elements of this ta are called open sets. Okay. All the subsets that are in ta are called open sets. Okay. Now we will discuss finiteness condition of intersection. That is why we are taking finite subcollection. So if we take a class of open intervals like this one, here it will be minus 1 by 1, 1 by 1, minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 3, 1 by 3. Here n is natural number. Okay, it will be in this form: minus 1 by 1, 1, minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 3, 1 by 3, up to so on. It contains infinitely many open intervals. Okay, so if we take the intersection, then the intersection would equals to 0 from 1 to infinity. Okay, here check that it contains 0. This open interval also contains 0. This open interval also contains 0. And we are taking infinitely many open intervals, and all of these intervals contain 0. So 0 is the intersection. Okay, because we are taking infinitely many intervals, that's why their intersection is equals to 0. So since we see that 0 is a single point, and from the third axiom, according to third axiom, if we take the intersection of subsets, okay, then this intersection should also belongs to ta. We have taken ta to be class of open interval. Okay, but we have got the single point which is not open interval. That's why this condition is not satisfied in this case. As we take general cases, okay, we take generality. That is why if some cases are not satisfied, then we will say that some other condition. That is why we have taken finiteness condition. We have not taken the condition as we have taken in case of union. Okay. In other words, we can say that arbitrary intersection of open sets needs not to be. Okay. Next, we will discuss the example of topological space. So, if we take x equals to ABC, okay, and tar to be x, phi, a, and bc, then we will prove that here tar is a topology on X or not. So first of all, we will check first axiom, that is X and phi should belong to tau. Here we will see that tau contains X and phi. So first axiom is satisfied. Next we will check the second axiom. Second axiom says that the union of any subcollection of tau should belong to tau. Okay? So if we take union of this and this, we will get x. If we take union of x and a, we will get x. If we take union of x and bc, we will get x. So we will not consider x and phi, because if we take union of x with any other subset, we will get x itself. And if similarly we take union of phi with any subset, we will get that subset. So we will check other subsets other than x and phi. If we take union of a and bc, we will get x. Okay, so tau, we have taken the union of number of tau, and the result is that their union is also belongs to tau. That's why second axiom is also satisfied. Now we will check the third axiom. Third axiom, similarly as in case of union, we have neglected x and phi, because if we take x and phi, we will get the respective. We know that what we will get. Okay. So if we take intersection, then the finite subcollection of tau should also belong to tau. Okay. If we take the intersection of a and bc, we will get phi, and phi belongs to tau. Okay. So third axiom is also